friends, so I'm gonna try to make a Cookie Alliance guide. Honestly, it's probably gonna be buffed because it's so easy this time that I was able to do it with 4 teams instead of 5, and it's also possible to full auto it if you're just grinding for treasures and time skips and the like. I will show you first the toppings, second I'll show you a run that's done seriously, and third I will show you a practice that shows that you can just auto through the whole things and get to wave 60. So first of all, we're going to talk about the fact that the special rules have team crit up, or the damage up, and the charge cookies crit up, so your team 1 should be heavily based on crit and charge. So I have Yam and Werewolf, both of which have magic candy. My Werewolf actually has magic candy 30, but not really necessary to get him that high. And my Yam has candy 20 or so. Probably can do with less, could also do more. Then the toppings are full damage res, get some attack if you can, nothing else matters. Full damage res for Werewolf with attack speed and nothing else really matters. Just for Black Pearl is damage res and crit toppings with damage res, and none of the other stats matter. Look, I have such high debuff res and that doesn't matter. Then Cream Unicorn is don't care about his cooldown, just get as much damage res as possible, or if you find him that not even getting close to dying, you can reverse that, but there's a few chances where he could die if you'd have no damage res, so I just have it like this. And then mix crit and cooldown toppings. Carol Cookie, you want full cooldown, and then cooldown, just get as much as you can, damage res, just get as much as you can, and nothing else matters. This team will be used up until 54, and then we'll switch to the boss killer team. So this one is T-Knight, just get damage res, nothing else really matters. Any tank, I just have my milk from Abyss. Then any DPS, but I just have Claude Cream because I had him in my last Alliance build. Then Caviar needs high attack speed, doesn't really need to be this high, just needs to be high enough that his torpedoes hit before Vamp does his attack. And your cooldown needs to be at least 22.3, such that you get a 3-second starting cooldown. And Vampire, just stack as much attack as possible, nothing else really matters. Then for Team 3, I used the crown, but if you don't have the crown leveled up very high, you can just use the lollipop, it's gonna do the same. So for this team, you want Financier, just use whatever you use for Arena. I have this monstrosity, but you can just do full DR, you can do full CD with DR, it doesn't really matter. And then you want Sea Fairy, just get as much attack as possible, don't worry about damage res. Espresso, it's the same, you don't really need this damage res, this is just how my espresso already was built. Then use your avatar squid and use your avatar cherry blossom. And then this team is 2 tanks. Schwartz is preferred, but the second tank is negotiable. You want decent damage res and cooldown on Schwartz. Just if you used him in Arena, whatever you had on him is fine. Then for your tank, just get DR. Then you want macaron. Just get as much CD as you can, or just use whatever you use in Avatar and Abyss, and you should be fine. Then Eclair, toppings really don't matter. You don't even need this much damage res, but I just had cooldown with damage res on him and with plenty of attack, and you could just use whatever toppings. And finally, Rye, use whatever you use in Avatar. I actually use this one for Avatar, but this one has more attack, so I'm using this, but either works. Then Team 5, you don't use. Just put whatever team you can throw together if you really need an extra team. I just have summoners, and they're not even that well built. It's just crit toppings on Crunchy. Dark Cacao just has the tiniest amount of damage res. Same with Pumpkin Pie. Oyster has the damage res version, and Cotton's the one I use in Abyss. Oh, that reminds me. If you have Blackberry, you can switch out Blackberry and Cherry Blossom, and it'll be similar. The margin's not even that thin at all, so it doesn't really matter. But if you have it, it'll make it go a little bit quicker. So with that, I'm going to do a run. I don't know if it's audible, but my computer absolutely hates Alliance, so I actually have it at 720p in hopes of getting less lag, but my computer's still whirring away. So this is the first dangerous boss. Me personally, I don't have to switch teams, but if you do, you can try using your team 5 or boss killer team in order to not lose a cookie, but even if you lose a cookie, it's not really a big deal because this is probably the one place where you'd even have a chance of losing one too early. So press continue. Black Raisin Cookie is another slightly scary boss, but Again, if you have a bit of trouble, you should switch to Team 5, but I don't, so I will continue it as is. It didn't happen this time, but sometimes Black Pearl can get a burn debuff at the end. If you have her with the debuff, if you just exit and then continue the run, you'll be able to just have her at whatever HP she was when they defeated them, and it really won't make a huge difference on your cooldowns because the next wave is also easy, but it'll just keep a Black Pearl at a higher amount of HP, and it's not necessary. I've had her not die even with her being at like 20% HP at the next wave. Cream Puff gets everyone low, but again, that's what Team 5 is for if you really need it, but as you saw, I didn't actually get that close to dying. Then after this is when we start having to pay attention. It is wave 56 where Mango appears. You want to get one cycle in with your main team and then you're not going to touch them again. So you saw Black Pearl died, then you switch to your boss killer team. Then you switch to Team 4. Team 3 now. Back to Team 4. Could have done one cycle with Team 3 if you really wanted to. Doesn't really matter. And there you go. It is a completed alliance run. Let's open the rewards. Rare. Common. As expected. But we can look at the damage report, but it's not that exciting really. And then damage received, healing done, healing received. Okay. And then as you saw, you can actually get to wave 54, or not 54, 56 with Team 1 alone, so I'll show you that you can really actually auto it if you're just grinding rewards and not actually caring about your score. So I've got auto relay on. And there you go. As you can see, you can do it full auto as well. you lose your teams, of course, so it's not like a one team thing that gives you a high score, but it will get you the rewards at the end, and you can just do whatever while leaving your phone running. Yeah, that's that. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and let me know if I'm missing something, or if you need alternate toppings or cookies or something. I can try to test that at some point. And good luck!